Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson being linked to Zuffa. So I'll share some intel I got yesterday coming out of Raiders OTAs. I'm covering Raiders OTAs. They had their final day of media availability for OTAs, and something comes across my way. I get on the phone, and I get some intel and info from pretty reliable sources. But again, I wanted to get more intel from all around the way, but I'll get to that in a minute. So what was told to me is that Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson have ironclad signed with Zuffa. That announcement is imminent, could be as early as next week. This is what I was told. And I was also told that Zuffa, the fight they want upon signing both of them, is them fighting each other. And I believe Mike Coppinger reported as much about a month ago. Well, the same was told to me yesterday. And what else I was told was the Haneys want the fight, Zuffa wants the fight. The holdup is Shakur Stevenson. And so then what happened a couple days ago was Keyshawn Davis became the mandatory for Devin Haney's welterweight WBO title. Now, it was told to me that this was brought about by James Prince. Top Rank has always had a good relationship with the WBO, as people know. And he put Keyshawn in. He petitioned to the WBO to get Keyshawn put as Devin Haney's mandatory as a way to throw off this Shakur Stevenson fight. And the fight that the Haneys want first and foremost is Shakur Stevenson, but they're apparently still willing to, quote, whoop Keyshawn Davis's ass. But we also saw yesterday on Gilly and Wallow, Bill Haney and Keyshawn Davis had a FaceTime, and Bill's saying, well, we want the 2-for-1 deal. But, kind of saying we're only going to sign the contract if we also get Shakur Stevenson guaranteed as part of this kind of package deal. And I, kept asking, well, what happens if Shakur Stevenson decides to say, I'm going to fight as a lightweight or fight at 140 pounds, even though I don't know if Zuffa's going to do super and junior weight classes. And kind of all I heard was apparently Team Haney is still willing to do the Keyshawn fight, but you also, again, saw on Gilly and Wallow what was happening. I reached out to multiple members of Team Shakur Stevenson, tried to get word on it, reached out to people from Team Keyshawn Davis. What I did get from the Keyshawn Davis side is, look, I don't know, we don't know anything about all of that, about the politics of it all. All we know is we want to fight Devin Haney. So that's what I heard from Keyshawn. Try to reach out to multiple people from Shakur. I want to get Shakur's side because just because I have this intel, Shakur's been denying media reports for the last several weeks. So I would love to hear what Shakur Stevenson or James Prince or anybody from his team has to say that would off-put what I'm hearing from sources. But that is where we're at. That from what I've heard.
Okay.
Zuffa and Haney want.
Got Shakur Stevenson, bro. Sean Zettle dropped some stuff that he heard that's been going out there. And, I don't know why people don't believe Bill. They need to believe other people in boxing. Bill been saying it. Like I said, I ain't know shit about it. For the most part about this, I don't really care. But, Eddie pretty much said Shakur is going to Zuffa. Now, apparently, Sean Zettle is reporting, and shout out to him, that Zuffa want to make Devin and Shakur next. And Shakur don't want to do it. Then magically, Jay Prince had Keyshawn move up and be the mandatory the mandatory for Devin for the WBO, or the number one contender, with the assumption that he'd be the mandatory. And then, my mind go a little bit different than people. And my mind went to, he say he didn't give a hell about the belts? Remember, he rolled his eyes when they said he could be mandated for the IBF vacant shot at 140. So he don't care nothing about the belt. So, just looking at it, Shakur is a scary dude, man. He fights scary. Edgar Berlanga co-signed him being scared to lose. And you can't be scared to take risks, man. Like, a loss come with it. I know they program, like, if he learned his boxing history, You know, it's nothing. It's nothing. A loss is a loss. Some of the greatest fighters had losses, and they were greater because how they came back from a loss. Sugar Ray Leonard, Roberto Duran. I think Sugar Ray Robinson. I think his loss. I forget. I think Jake LaMotta broke his loss streak. I mean, came back a few weeks later, beat him. What's the old buddy name? Damn, his name was on tip of my tongue too. You know, sheesh. I said Duran and Sugar Ray Leonard. That was another one. You know, that was another one that was. Oh, Roy Jones and Montel Griffin. He got DQ, but Montel was outboxing him. Roy could have got him. I mean, the second fight, Roy destroyed him in a minute and some change. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I get where people are so focused on the O, but it's nothing. You can't be scared to get hit. You know, the narrative is he's scared to get hit. He's scared to take an L. You know, he's scared to fight black fighters. Like, wow, if you have all that fear and all that, you scared of all of that. My personal mind jumps to the fact of why are you in the sport of boxing then? Do something else. That's what I don't understand. Why are you in the sport of boxing if you scared? If you scared of all that other type stuff? But it don't surprise me. It don't surprise me. Instead of proving his point and fighting these guys that people want to see him fight, he'd rather squirrel with niggas in the stands. He'd rather go back and forth on the internet with people. He'd try to indirectly prove it. Like, nah, all them guys that he formed around him, his boxing brothers, is to protect you. And now you see it. He trying to hide behind Keyshawn Davis. And don't forget, when Keyshawn was jumping rope with his brother and they asked him, you know, what fight you want to see before the Nair Albright second fight, he said, I want to see Devin and Shakur. So Keyshawn know at 14, 15 fights that, nah, you know, I'm talented, but I still need the experience. You know what I'm saying? This is the fight Shakur should be taking, and he don't want to take it. But this is why when you talk too much, dog, you do too many interviews. This is why Al Heyman pretty much probably lived by, you know, don't do no interviews, because you put your foot in your mouth. When Eddie Hearn put his foot in his mouth. Shakur, I go to 47-54 for Conor Ben. Niggas like, then go for Devin. You said you better than Devin. You always been ahead of Devin. You leaked that video. Bill saying Shakur, you was really good and all this type of stuff. Shakur is like a lot of these young motherfuckers who like to watch somebody play the game and actually play the game and beat it themselves. He one of them dudes. He cool with people thinking he'll win, or the popular opinion to think he win. He cool with not just putting a stamp on it. If he don't have every advantage and know that he gonna win a particular fight, he ain't gonna take it. He don't have no self-belief. And that can't rub off on you. You can't get that from Terrence Crawford. You can't get that from Andre Ward. He's not a competitor, bro. He's not a competitor, and it's a bad look. From the whole week, the worst thing he did is how he acted at the Shakur Foster fight. He said, I put my house on it. Oh, if you beat my brother, I'll give you a fight. And now, you know, Shakur Foster, he doing interviews. He like, man, I don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Because then, like I said, I did the video talking about Zuffa should help make the fight, but Shakur not make it more difficult. Guess what? Sean Zettle, I might put on the screen if I remember. He also said that the rumor is that Top Rank would love to do Keyshawn and Devin Haney. That's Zuffa and Top Rank right there. He said they would love to do that fight because Keyshawn got 1 or 2 fights left. But you got to remember, too, with Keyshawn having 1 or 2 fights, they don't fuck with Keyshawn after they had to lose that money on that Edwin De Los Santos fight and what he did with Nair Albright. So they been ain't fucking with Key. So they don't mind, you know, throwing Key to the wolves. And if he come out the victor, they probably got some contract, triggering the contract to make his contract go longer, or some lucrative offer to keep him on the squad. So, you know, at the end of the day, I mean, so Shakur is using Jay Prince to put Keyshawn in front of you. Y'all putting a nigga out there with 14, 15 fights when you should go ahead and take the fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should take that fight. You should just go ahead and did heavy shit. But he around y'all. He wants y'all to do everything for him. Ray Fordo, Shakur Foster. As a man, a lot of people didn't respect you for not keeping your word. You should be making that fight. But if you're not going to make that fight, people won't mind seeing you fight Devin. That's why I say Keyshawn got to feel a certain type of way. As a Keyshawn, like, damn, nigga, you know, I got to clean up your mess. Look what you did to Lil Ray Ray. Oh, come on now. Look what you did to Lil Ray Ray. You know, you sat there and you promised Lil Ray Ray. Oh, on a Thursday, here they come, man. You don't really see traffic at this time. But you promised Lil Ray Ray that, you know, y'all would make a fight. If I mean, you promised Shakur Foster he beat Raymond Ford, y'all would make a fight. You didn't keep your word. Now they talking about, well, we got the money for the Devin Haney fight. They gonna pay you all this money to fight Devin Haney. And now you saying, no, I'm good. So we all sitting there just thinking like, bro, like what you got going on? Now you using Keyshawn as a shield as you use Raymond as a shield. Now them niggas gotta be looking at him funny. Now people looking at you funnier. And it is sad though. It is sad. Because as good as he is, and he's a very talented fighter, where's the competitive nature into that? And I get it, not moving up in weight and not having that punch, man, that make your margins slim. You move up in weight and you ain't got that punch, it's a different ball game. That's a fact. Ain't no room for error, because y'all think Shakur gonna really come back and knock somebody out? He one of them fighters that need rounds. He gotta bank rounds. You know, so if he can't hurt nobody at 40, which we don't, I mean, he didn't try to hurt T.O. I don't know what the fuck that was about, but, you know, ultimately, man, this is what happens when you talk too much, you run your mouth too much, and you just, you know, and Keyshawn gotta be, I know how men think and how men feel. I'm a man. I know Keyshawn got like this hoe ass nigga, man. He probably gave Keyshawn a chain, or he gonna train Keyshawn like they did Raymond Ford. And how did that work out for Raymond Ford? Realistically, how did that work out for Raymond Ford? How did that work out for him? They did all this help for Raymond Ford. How did that work out for him? Not good. He still got that ass whoop. Still got whooped on. So it is what it is, man. Sad, but hey, I ain't gonna speak too much on it. But you know, will Keyshawn take the fight? That's the $1 million question. Will Keyshawn take the fight? We don't know. Keyshawn may not take the fight. Keyshawn said he don't care about belts. So maybe they call a purse bid and say the money wasn't good enough. Maybe Turkey and Zuffa don't want to do the fight. Who knows? We're a long way away, but you know, Bill was on Coach Malachi's show Thursday, and True Media USA Today Boxing. I don't think I said that right. And he basically said that he don't know who Devin Haney fight next. So, no, it's unfortunate. And Devin Haney want to fight the best because I ain't saying that he don't want to fight the best for the glory, but he don't really want to fight the best because, he really want to fight the best because he want when you see them zeros, you don't want to start deducting from them zeros. You want to keep adding to them zeros. You want to keep getting that chicken. That's a fact. But hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, find me on X, Facebook, Kick, Twitch, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Peace.